In this episode, we continue our exploration of the Wild Bill Trail, and we dig in a little bit on how it's run and a little bit of the history behind it.
So how it works is we have a work agreement with the Forest Service that both clubs come up here once a year to do work weekend.
You ready? This video is brought to you in part by Raven Truck Accessories and North Shore Off-Road. Thank you for joining for another episode. This one is a lot of fun. We're making our way back to the campsite from doing a full day of trails on the Wild Bill Trail system down in Montana. It was a real pleasure to experience this trail system. It is unique and a little bit groundbreaking. By the time we got back to camp, we just crashed. It was a very long day, but man, it was very satisfying. Good morning, everybody. We didn't get back into camp till close to midnight last night. So didn't really get much footage of setting up the camp or anything like that, just because it was pretty late. But here we are. Beautiful morning this morning. Looking forward to doing some more exploring, and yeah, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. Perfect. All right, breakfast this morning. Some awesome sausages with some bread, some fruit. Still pan frying those slices over there. But yeah, gotta have the morning coffee too. So yep, gonna be a good breakfast this morning. Just a small little hike from our campsite here. Man, look at that. That is absolutely stunning. What a view from up here. Yep, Montana is definitely a land of beauty, that's for sure. I can't wait to come down here and do some more exploring. Anyways, check this out.
After an absolutely amazing breakfast, we had to get back to the trail. So on the trail today, we were actually joined by a Ford Bronco driven by Eric Hansen. And it was his, I think, one of his first times bringing the Bronco out. He had a lot of fun.
I can pet that dirt mound from here.
We had hit these particular obstacles the day before, but we were going back through them because we had to go do the other leg of the trail. So we were redoing these ones, but you know what? It was pretty fun. I wasn't going to complain. These were pretty fun obstacles. It was really good to see the different aspects of multi-use this trail is designed for. We had seen everything from single track to quads, UTVs, and even electric e-bikes. As a matter of fact, I think even later this day we had seen some hikers enjoying the trail. I think we had bypassed this particular obstacle the day before. Well, it was the perfect opportunity to go and try it out. Breakover angles are always the Achilles heel of the Gladiator. Just how much of a breakover was this particular obstacle? Well, here's me going over, using my skid plates as intended. Clunk, clunk. And that steering issue from the previous day, well, it started showing up again.
Steering wheel's not working too well.
There are so many little alternate routes and bypasses that you can take on this trail that to do them all would be multi-days in order to do this. There's a lot to this trail. Eric and his Ford Bronco, man, they were tackling these obstacles pretty decently. I was pretty impressed.
Have fun, guys. Thank you.
There's some history to the Blacktail Wild Bill OHV Trail. It was actually designated a national trail in 1979. And over the years, 2 local clubs are the clubs that kind of step up and take care of it. Skyliners and Big Sky four-wheelers. They have work weekends that they organize to take care of the trail and get rid of the trash. And they also organize putting in some of the obstacles. Now they work together with the Forest Service in order to do that. And they do a really good job. I mean, you can tell there's been a lot of pride put into these trails. When you're driving up, there's not a speck of garbage anywhere. And if there is, everyone has to stop and pick it up. That's pretty amazing to actually see how well that they maintain and take care of these trails. Even though the trails were designated national recreation trails in 1979, it wasn't until the 2000s that the 2 local clubs were given the okay to make numerous challenges or obstacles along the forest roads. There are 3 legs to the Blacktail Wild Bill Trail system. Off those 3 legs, there's a wide variety of little side trails you can take that will range from beginner all the way up to super challenging. I believe the top rated challenge in there is either an 8 or a 9, so that's pretty up there. That's buggy level. So if you're a beginner or a hardcore wheeler, it's got a little bit of everything for you. The cool thing is there are kiosks all along the trail to kind of let you know where you are and kind of pinpoint some of the obstacles that might be coming up. There's some offshoot trails like the brush connector or the door handle connector. Now the door handle connector, it's not advisable for long bed pickups. It's tight, trees that like to grab your door handles, so could have some damage if you do the door handle connector in a little bit of a larger vehicle. And of course they have an area called the playground where they do all sorts of man-made obstacles that you can just go and play. You can spend a lot of time there if you want. It's pretty cool.
Well, second day, having some fun out here. Hit some of the obstacles that we did yesterday, but we're going to take another leg of the trail, go explore that one. We're joined today by a Bronco as well. He's doing amazing. He's got 35s like me, so it's working out pretty good. Oh, looks like Mac got stuck. I better go see if he needs some help. So far so good. It's been pretty fun. What an amazing trail system. Works way better when you have the handle. Well, how about that, Matt?
Not once, but twice I've got you on camera with a strap on.
Now we were heading into some new obstacles, ones that we had not done before. That steering issue? Well, it was starting to pop its head up again.
Power steering issues.
Back up. Ah, there you go.
Check my steering after this.
It's almost like you got no food.
There we go.
You can clear it. There you go.
All fun and games till your power steering pump decides to not work. Had this happen to me on Baseline, and now it's here in Montana. It's a brand new power steering pump too, so well, looks like I'm supposed to spend more money on my Jeep parts. Sorry, Joy, but I mean, hydro assist probably be the way to go. Anyways, it's overheating is what it's doing, so let's get down to the trail itself though. It's pretty awesome, and it's designed for multi-use. So there's guys with quads, there's guys with bikes. I mean, people who want to hike can come up here. There's hiking viewpoints. I mean, it's a true multi-use trail, and it's kind of fun because you see the Jeeps and you know, the off-road rigs taking the hard obstacles, and then you see a bunch of quads and side-by-sides come in right after and do the same obstacle. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's neat to see that cooperation going on, and they put a lot of time and a lot of effort into maintaining these trails. So, you know, it's paying off. I mean, it is definitely a fun trail system. Anyways, My power steering is slowly coming back, so I'm gonna go push my luck again, see what I can do. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This is gonna be an epic trip.
This next obstacle was called Radiator Springs. Eli had actually named this particular obstacle. He was going through it once and apparently had a radiator spring a leak. So, thus the name, Radiator Springs.
Don't touch it, Logan. I broke your armpit.
This next obstacle was probably one of my favorite ones for an obstacle. It was really fun. It was called the Moguls, and you had to have good traction as well as a little bit of flex. Cue the rear locker. Suspension flex and lockers. Now is the Bronco's turn. The Bronco did not have quite as much flex as the Jeep, so it would hang a tire here and there. It was fun to watch.
Try coming driver just a little bit. Rat back up. Keep it right there. Just go driver. There you go. Come forward. Driver just a little bit. Pretty solid, you're just kind of wobbling. Come driver a little bit. Come forward. Keep coming. Now go passenger. There you go. Keep going passenger.
Eric did a really good job getting this Bronco through the Moguls. Now it was my turn. I was kind of hoping to get a really cool photograph of maybe one of my tires hanging in the air. So I had asked everyone to maybe take a photo if they saw my tire hanging.
Independent would be a little different.
He wants to hang, but he can't.
That was awesome.
Can't wait to see that footage.
Yeah. Oh, that was awesome.
We had come up on Pack Rat Junction. Back home we have a Jeep club called the Red Deer Jeep Pack Rats. So I kind of had to take a picture of this one. It was just after this that Eric and the Bronco had to turn back. He had some stuff he had to do in town, so he was going to make his way back down the trail again. I have to say, Eric, I was pretty impressed. A stock off the lot Bronco on 35s did really good. It was a pretty capable rig, and it was a pleasure to meet you. From here we were going to make our way back over towards the lookout again, but this time we were going to take a side trail, and or a combination of side trails. I really liked these side trails. They kind of reminded me a lot of the trails that we do back home. Tight, nice and steep, and with the odd little obstacle thrown in. So this obstacle really puts tire size and wheelbase to the test. If you have a shorter wheelbase, well, our four doors were pretty short. Tire size was going to play a crucial factor. As you can see, the 40s had no issues. 35s, well, I got turtled. And here Matt is on a slightly larger tire. He's got 37s and a longer wheelbase, which in this case really helped him get over the obstacle.
Hi. Oh, it's just too easy for you.
The wheelbase.
I really did enjoy this part of the trail. It was beautiful and very inspiring. This next section, even though it doesn't really look like it on video, was pretty off camber, with a little bit of a slide out area that took you down the side of the mountain if your tire got too close.
Jason, you still behind us here?
You betcha.
Steamy boy.
Man, what a beautiful trail. We had finally made it to the lookout where we were at the previous night, but doing a totally different route to get there. And then Eli goes, "Hey, do you guys want to go up to the radar dome?" I was like, "Radar dome? Yeah, I'm in." This hill coming up, oh, it was pretty steep. It was in the 30-degree range. But little did I know that further up, it got a lot steeper than that. Man, the views up here, they were getting pretty epic. In the distance, I can see a pretty steep hill. We had made it to the old decommissioned radar dome. Man, what a trip to get up here. And it was great to have some father-son time together. We were here to take in the views on the top of this mountain. All the way up here, still some snow, despite it's 20 some odd degrees. We're having snowball fight.
I don't miss that. So.
That was a good one. Come on.
We weren't quite sure if I was going to go for it.
That's awesome.
Here we were, 3 families on the top of a mountain, having an adventure, enjoying beyond epic views. Man, it was beautiful up here. was time to head back to the campsite. Part of our route was going to take us on one of the original sections of the Wild Bill Trail. It would drop us off pretty much near the campsite. I was pretty excited about it. The next obstacle, well, it required really good tire placement. First to go was Eli. Now it was my turn. And finally, it was Matt's time to go across. And that was turtle number 3.
Turtle.
Here it is from a different angle. We managed to stack some rocks under the tires so that we could get the Jeep unlodged from the rock.
That's 3 turtles this trip.
Somebody should quit rolling one's back.
We were getting close to the campsite. Matt had spotted some firewood on the side of the road that was already cut. He threw it on the deck. It was a good call, Matt. We had made it back to the campsite.
What an awesome day on the trails. And I learned so much about the potential that could be had. But we made it back to camp, which is great. And we are about to have dinner. So I'm cooking dinner right now. Gonna be some mushrooms, some veg, some steak, and it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, I'm looking forward to eating tonight.
Man, were we hungry. We ate like kings. So after sitting around the fire for a bit, got to know Eli a bit better, had an interview. This is a pretty cool one.
All right, had a really fun weekend of wheeling and the Blacktail Wild Bill Trail. And I want to thank Eli Hansen for taking us out. They have a really cool system going on here where the couple clubs work together and they maintain these trails and actually build really cool obstacles for you to go over. So without further ado, I'm going to let Eli kind of explain what they do and introduce his rig in the background.
So I'm part of Big Sky Four-Wheelers. I'm the president of them. So Wild Bill is consisted of ownership by Big Sky and Skyliners 4x4 out of Polson. It was started quite a few years ago and works with the Flathead County Forest Service. So how it works is we have a work agreement with the Forest Service that Both clubs come up here once a year to do work weekend, and our agreements are that we have to maintain the trails and clear them of debris, any trash, things like that. And we're able to build obstacles kind of as we please. And with the obstacles, we try to integrate everything so that we can incorporate side-by-sides, dirt bikes, four-wheelers, and then we can make them extreme for bigger rigs such as mine, which is a 2007 Jeep Wrangler JK, set of 37s, 4-inch lift. But you can make Wild Bill as wild and as moderate as you would like. We definitely got some good Kelly humps in there. We got some good rock climbs in there. We also have some cliffs that you can kind of get up onto and attempt. The nice thing is we also built a playground, which is once again designed with everybody kind of in mind up there, built out of all concrete barriers and log obstacles. We try to make it as natural as possible using resources from the area, such as down trees already, trying to recycle and repurpose a lot of the natural habitat. So one of the things that Big Sky and Skyliners do to raise money for the Wild Bill Trail system up here is we put on an event every year around Martin Luther King Day called Snow Bash, and we use all the money that we raise from the raffle items and the dinners and things like that to help pay for tractors and equipment to come up here so that we can clear brush, move out logs, move boulders and things like that, position them to build new obstacles, dig out the old ones to rebuild them after people have kind of knocked out some of the humps from bellying out. And it's a great way for us to meet people. We get people from Canada, pretty much every state comes down here from, or at least somebody comes from different states, Florida, Oregon, Washington, Colorado, come from all over the place for this event. So that's how we primarily make the money to fund Wild Bill. And that's how we also coordinate with the Forest Service the justification to have this trail system up here.
Well, after such an epic day, it was really awesome to sit around the campfire, get to know each other. This was a really insightful weekend. Really opened my mind to the type of trails that can be built and what can be done when there's a spirit of cooperation going on. Plus, it was an awesome weekend to spend with my son. It was good family building time. You can't ask for any better than that. Do you remember that steering issue I had a little bit earlier? Well, it came back and bit me a little bit more. On the way down off the mountain, my Jeep started going into crazy death wobbles. I couldn't go very fast at all. So when we got off the trail, we decided to pull over and see what was going on.
Oh yeah, that bushing's pretty shot.
Turns out, my trackbar bushing had given up the ghost.
That one should be a joke, but we'll just put.
This was all that was left of that old bushing. Well, rather than walking all the way back to Canada, Eli and Stacia had suggested maybe we go over to their house and they can help find somebody who might have an extra bushing for us to put into the track bar.
Goodbye, broken Jeep. Goodbye, broken Jeep.
Put a for sale sign on it.
Lots of fun. It's an adventure. Bye.
This is where I found my new addiction, Dot's homestyle pretzels, cinnamon sugar seasoned.
All right, came out here to look for a track bar bushing. Couldn't find one. Lots of really cool parts out here, but yeah, we might have found another one with a different gentleman, so we're gonna hightail it over there and see if we can fix this track bar so we can get home.
So we went over to Teddy's place. He said he had a track bar bushing, and man, I was really hoping he had one handy. As we were pulling up, I saw a pretty cool XJ out front. Teddy built. Had a funny feeling this was the right place. First, we had to take the track bar bushing out of the existing track bar it was in. Then we used a press to press the bushing into my track bar. It didn't quite fit, so we had to make it work. It wasn't pretty, but it did work.
And we're back. Let's get this thing fixed.
Big shout out to Teddy. Man, thank you so very much for all your help. Matt, man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything you've done. It was an amazing trip. Eli and Stacia, I am indebted to you guys. This was an amazing weekend. I really appreciate you showing me around. Make sure you like and subscribe. I've got a lot more adventures coming down. You don't want to miss them. Oh yeah, hit that bell notification.